Back in 2024, if there is one topic that I feel many Vanguard content creators agree with, is the fact that Vanguard starter products tend to be really bad.
That escalated quickly.
With the only good one was the original start deck that was released back in 2021.
And of course, the Stride deck set.
We don't do that here.
So, to my surprise, BANCHOU will be releasing two of the most well-designed starter product you can ever see for a proper D format. Not the Stride deck set bullshit, not the nostalgia bait bullshit, 100% D format. And that is Master Deck set and Breakaway Start Deck. And today we're gonna be talking about Breakaway Start Deck as a part of a two-parter video that I made together with Estacian. So the question on this video is very simple. Are you going for the power or are you going for the skills? That is exactly what I'm gonna be explaining. What are the advantages of one deck set with the other, and what are the disadvantages comes with those few start decks. And we have to start off with the power with Vanguard, a deck that I feel doesn't need any more reprint by now, because this is the third reprint within a short period of one single year. But this does give the people who want to play Vanguard but wasn't able to get quick start deck for JP version, which was kind of like a book promo. So if you're unlucky not getting that particular issue of Korokoro, you won't be able to play Vanguard at all. So this is a chance for you to actually play it properly, because the advantage of this deck is that this is the best Vanguard start deck that you can ask for, as the 3 cards that they included in the set, Wing, Flare Claw Smoke, and the new ultimate skill are actually a decent option to build your deck toward more rearguard-centric playstyle, which the deck already kind of is to begin with. And not only that, it does contain 2 of a very good generic you can play around, and that is Shenri and Union the Sky. I know Union the Sky hasn't been seeing a lot of popular use lately, purely because of the fact that the card does use resource, which might not be exactly a good thing considering certain deck might want to use more energy or counter blast, but it is still a good regularist piece nonetheless, because it's technically a 15k card or a 25k card, which is nice in itself in my opinion. And of course, Shenri. Do we have to talk about Shenri? Because in 80% of the Dragon Empire deck, this card is being run right now due to how easy it is to use Shenri, and at the same time, the card was released as a book promo and eventually a reprint in the festival collection last year, so it is a really rare commodity, and probably the reason why a lot of people are scalping the hell out of this deck set now because of Shenri alone.
Shame.
But I would say, aside from the monetary value, if you're trying to start your journey of Vanguard with Vanguard deck set, I would say there is one problem. Are you willing to go Dragon Empire all the way? Because yes, you can resell this and then, you know, build a new deck out of it, but I feel like over time, Shenri will probably be getting reprint more and more often in over the next few months or years or so. So the value of this card
Might
drop over time. So for those who want to step into Dragon Empire, this is a good booster for you. But for the beginners, unless you want to go into Dragon Empires, I would recommend against it, just purely because Vanguard is just simply not a very good deck as compared to the other option that you can have, and that is skill start deck. As much as power is very important in Vanguard, I do think skills is being often looked down upon, at least in the context of this game. And yes, there's a transition for a skill deck, which is the Shiki deck, who is actually Zero's teacher in the manga. I have already glazed so much about how good Estacian is in my previous video, and the point still retained the same towards his start deck, as not only it is ready to play out of the box with minor modification, it actually gets better if you chose to replace certain card with some of the more powerful generics like Alvina, Roaming Prison Dragon, or even Kutis, just for a consistent activation of the deck's main normal order. So it is safe to say the deck is extremely powerful right out of the box, and on top of that, it also comes with a very good and universal generics that I can think of, and that is Twin Cast. Philander is nice, but I think Twin Cast is easily the most important aspect of this start deck, as Twin Cast is currently being used as the Blitz Order of Regalist slot. So if your deck needs a little bit of defense, this is a really good card to have, as it's useful in the earlier part of the game due to its 10k shield guard, and is useful in the later part of the game due to its no hand 15k guard. So overall, overall, thinking of a long-term investment, I think this is the deck to go. Not only you have a ready-to-play deck to begin with, you also have a very good generic that can be slotted into any deck and thus able to adapt well into the current meta. And I would say even in the future, Twin Cards does have some use unless the card got completely power crept by a brand new Blitz Regalis order that has similar kind of activation skill. So just to give a quick summary for the good point and the bad point of each of the deck set, power has a lot of monetary value now due to Shenri exit, and this is one of the best way to start off your Dragon Empire journey, or if you want to play Virgil. But the deck is far from being good. Like Virgil is still far from being considered a good deck even with the new support that came in, and at the same time, if more
generic
will be reprinted in the future, the monetary value of this start deck will drop over time. And then for skill start deck, it has a really good boss in it and the engine to actually play it out of the box. And the reprint that was included in this deck is actually very flexible for stockier players, or even if you want to switch to other nation due to the existence of Twin Cards reprint. But the deck doesn't have a lot of monetary value as of now compared to the Dragon Empire one, just purely because Twin Cards is a little bit more easier to look out for. But which of the two I would pick if I were to buy it? Well, I'm gonna go for skill.
Are you fucking dumb?
Yes, as much as the allure of Shenri is very helpful for decks like Bab Sakura, which I have been playing recently, I don't think I want to get Virgil deck set, purely because I already have the original Virgil deck set and I'm not looking to play Virgil to begin with. So unfortunately, I think skill is better, at least for me. But I also highly recommend it as a start entry for many of the new players as well, because for less than 30 bucks, you cap a deck that is very viable out of the gate, and the only thing that you really need to change as a first step of updating is to update your PGs and triggers. That is pretty much it. That is how solid the skilled start deck actually is. But what do you guys think? Are you looking to buy a start deck for a short-term value or a long-term value? Do leave down in the comments below. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, don't forget to clap that sub and become a member for some cool perks like these emotes. And this is Mac Megane signing out.
Yeah.